You have space to operate. Even leaders want to emerge from Nyanza, you can now emerge because of the fact that there's space. But you cannot go to Raila where Raila Odinga is sitting and people can hear you. Who can hear you when Raila Odinga is president? He has to go to AU so that people can even hear what you are saying. Because whatever Raila is saying is too loud that no one can hear what you are saying. Even if there's no talk, just him sitting here, no one listens to you. People just even want just to watch him. So the Gen Z take this positively. Don't cry for too long that your tears stop you from seeing sunrise. The sun will rise immediately Raila takes AUC chair. I want to urge you in social media, even as you listen to this, like it and start spreading the news. Raila must go to AUC. It's very critical for this country, not just for the pride, but even for the economic well-being of the country. My name is Professor Fred Ogola. I'm a governance and economic expert. Today, I want to talk to a very important topic going on democracy. You've heard about what's happening in Parliament, the purge in Parliament. The purge in Parliament comes from the main basis where the purge in Parliament. This thing begins when Raila Odinga announced that he was going to AU. Immediately Raila announced he was going to AU, and he was now becoming a friend to William Ruto and Museveni. Immediately, so many things changed. Obasanjo also came to the picture. All of a sudden, Raila was now joining the government. And in joining this government, ODM and UD has been working closely. Then there comes the Gen Z revolution. So the Gen Z revolution made Ruto feel so threatened that he moved even closer to ODM and now even has hugged them. So because they have hugged each other, they also hugging has to take place in Parliament. That's why you are seeing the key committees in Parliament. ODM is demanding slots here and there. They are trying to say ODM ni ngamia ambayo imeweka kichwa, now inaweza kuingia na mwili yote. But that is not why I'm here. I'm here for a very important way to explain this. We are talking about democracy and expanding on democratic space. Raila Odinga has fought for the expansion of democratic space for a long time. But I want to say there's something missing. We will never have an extended democracy when we do not have political parties. In Kenya, we don't have political parties. What we have is what is called fraternities and sororities. These are just people who come together, and the party is owned by one person. Then they pretend there's a political party. That's not a political party. They are just furthering individual interests. That's why since independence in Kenya, we've never had any stable political party. KANU came and KANU went. PNU came and went. Rainbow came and went. NASA came and went. Jubilee came and went. And of course, Jubilee is trying to come back. So we're waiting for it to come back. So if you want to know a political party in Kenya, let me give you the image. CCM in Tanzania. That's a political party. A party that can select a candidate and dictate the candidate. If you go to South Africa, ANC is a political party. Because ANC members can recall the party leader of ANC, who is the president. And if he does not obey them, they can fire him. And when the ANC fires their party leader, the party leader ceases to be a president. And when they appoint another leader, that leader becomes the president of South Africa. You saw what happens between Zuma and Ramaphosa, isn't it? So you saw what happened with Thabo Mbeki. So the same thing can happen in Kenya. Before a political party can recall the party leader and make them lose the presidency, we have no political party. In Kenya, if you want to compare, if UDA fires William Ruto, can William Ruto cease to be the president? Never. He can even form another political party tomorrow, isn't it? And move on with it. Can ODM fire Raila Odinga? They cannot. Can Wiper fire Kalonzo Musyoka? They cannot. Can DAP fire Eugene Wamalwa? It's impossible. So when you look at all this formation, is that I'm telling Kenyans, we need to have a political party. And what should a political party do? A political party should bring people together in a country to further socio-economic progress. Is ODM doing that? Is UDA doing that? I don't think they're doing that. And let me tell you what makes a political party is that political party must have locus of control, not giving it to parliament. What do I mean by that? You see, a political party is the one which proposes candidates for election. In Kenya, once a political party has nominated you to be a candidate, once you become a MP, now you serve either the executive or your party leader. You never serve the interests of the party. Even the party can die, but you are still in parliament. Yes. But if the locus of control does not go to the political party, where the political party can dictate how members of parliament behave in parliament, there is nowhere. For example, how can opposition MP go and vote with the government in parliament and the political party cannot punish them? In South Africa, that cannot happen because the locus of control is the political party. Political parties should be with their manifesto. That's why before you register a political party, it's so important that you must have all your manifesto up and running. So for us in Kenya, I want to urge people who are forming political parties and people who are in political parties, we want political parties with the locus of control, which can control how the state runs businesses. But before we do that, when a political party belongs to an individual who dictates the way he wants, we'll only be joking. That's why we can never see Kenya progressing, because all parties are held hostage by parliament. But in Kenya, you saw, for example, the impeachment of Deputy Gachagua. It was all two people who are becoming what we call super MPs. What Raila said and Ruto determined what happened in parliament. But it will be the party leader that determines it. But not just the party leader, the party members. Did ODM agree together? Remember, even for ODM to join government, there was no NDC that declared ODM is joining government. So on what basis was ODM joining government? For UDA to welcome ODM into the government, UDA needed to have an NDC. UDA could not even hold their grassroots elections, isn't it? Now ODM is saying they are doing one. We are waiting to see that they are going to do it. Now ODM has a new party leader. There is no NDC. It was just somebody appointed her, and she's the party leader. So we are looking for political parties which have ideologies that can stand the test of time. But when you have these political parties that can just are just being used and misused by individuals to do what they want, the Kenyan democracy will not be able to advance, and we cannot be able to put executive into account. For us to have independent executive, independent judiciary, and independent legislature, we must have strong political parties. Why are people saying that parliament has been emasculated and has been captured by the state? It's because we have no strong political parties. There is no ideology. They say ODM stands for social democracy, but the manifesto for Kenya is capitalistic. Kenya is a capitalist economy, and ODM is in government. And UDA also talks about social democracy. So they look the same. But the execution is capitalism. So we are having so many socialists inside socialism, but actually their capital is hiding inside socialism, furthering capitalist agendas, pretending to be true socialists. So I know that socialism is still not a solution. Left and right have issues. The issue is the balance between the left and the right. And I think that's why Mzee Jomo Kenyatta became non-aligned. That was a founding father who stood non-aligned, just to ensure we are not either with USSR or USA. And for that matter, Kenya thrived economically. So we don't want people to take sides, capitalism, socialism, no. People don't want to hear about socialism, capitalism. People want food on the table. They want healthcare that they can afford. They want education that can be able to give their children jobs. They want livelihoods to grow. They want their future to be guaranteed. And they want their comfort in their country to be provided for. They don't want to hear rhetorics of socialism, capitalism. Those are just your own ideologies. But I'm still insisting on strong political parties that can have a say on whatever is a key decision in the country. Because if we don't go that way, you know, after Raila Odinga is going, ODM will go. After Baba goes to AU. And also after Ruto leaves the government, UDA will also die. But I think this time when Raila Odinga is going to AU, with all the blessings, I want to explain that Kenyans should all stand behind Raila Odinga. It feels so unfortunate. I'm seeing some Kenyans even making posters for this Yusuf man from Djibouti. I'm asking myself, if a Kenyan is running, why should a Kenyan make a poster for another citizen of another country? Do you even know that person? Have you worked with them? Have they created an impact in this country? And that is just pure hatred. Whenever Raila Odinga is fighting for Kenyans, Kenyans are saying, wow, wow, jamba, jamba, jamba. When Raila wants something, we stand opposite. Is that not hypocrisy? Raila Odinga deserves to become AUC for the following reason. One, by Raila going to AUC will position Kenya to the global space. Kenya will be known in the whole of Africa more prominently. Secondly, Raila is somebody who has branded himself like a Pan-Africanist very well. So he'll champion the Pan-African idea of Kenya, even to be able to challenge the Western nations to be able to bring funds that are able to support African Union without putting Africa into captivity. You know, AU is being funded by Western forces like US, UK, but the person there is very weak. We need somebody stronger than Musa Faki. Who knew Musa Faki before Raila was running? Now it's Raila who has made us know Musa Faki. That means Raila should actually qualify to become AUC. Thirdly, Raila will bring for us many foreign investors. When Raila is there, there will be a lot of foreign investors. Remember when Raila was actually being polled to be able to win the election, already very many foreign investors wanted to come to Kenya. When Raila goes to AU, this could also happen. Foreign investors come into Africa. Even if it does not reach Kenya directly, there will be some overflows that will come to Kenya. But also, you know, Raila Odinga has been a Luo who has been said, oh, Luos cannot rule, Luos are circumcised. So if Raila Odinga become the AUC chair, it removes that voodoo. That caste they say Luos cannot rule will be removed properly, and it actually will be a pride for the Luo community, but not just Luos, but also for Kenya as a whole. Remember also, Amina Mohammed did not win. So if Raila Odinga wins, it will be like that time there was just bad luck, but Kenyans actually can win AUC. If Kenyans don't win AUC this time, people start believing that Kenya will never win. That voodoo will be difficult to remove. And lastly, Raila is very eloquent and very educated person in terms of matters of Africa. Raila can tell about African issues at the palm of his hand. He can tell you how many tarmac roads are in Africa, how many kilometers, how much unpaved roads are there, and what can be done to improve it. So I believe so strongly that you need to give it to him. Even for the sake that William Ruto is supporting him, I agree that William Ruto will help him out. I understand, even if you don't like William Ruto or not, we're being told that William Ruto has never lost any single political duel. This one, he's not losing. And I can see that he's going to make Raila AUC chair. And if Raila goes, it will work very great. And I want to tell the Gen Z who feels betrayed, that Raila betrayed them during the Gen Z revolution. I was on the street. I ate tear gas. I was beaten. I've been arrested. I was part of the Gen Z revolution. But here, don't think negatively. Raila is passing the baton to you. So when he